An artist of high integrity and sensitivity, Rus Nerwich has the reputation of being an innovative and dedicated musician. Committed to using music as a vehicle to communicate, uplift and empower, Rus is highly regarded by both musicians and the listening public. His latest album, Beyond the Walls, is recognized to be one of the most daring and interesting musical works to come out of South Africa in recent years.
At a certain level, I describe myself as very simple in what I ask for from life and what I ask for from myself, very simple, basic things. And at another level, complex in the way that I might offer those things from a creative point of view. Maybe I'm an eccentric mashugana, but I strive to live a life that's focused and a life that's grounded and a life that is a sensible, practical way of living that allows me to be healthy and that allows me to be in touch with people around me. In my opinion, really, an artist is someone who's living artfully as opposed to someone who's creating things. But I mean, you know, I like to blow the saxophone, so it makes me a musician. There's a couple of different ways in which my imagination is brought to life. One of the ways is where I might come into contact with something historic and to share it in a way that is a new offering. Then there's a creative process that happens within me which is literally like a sort of divine inspiration. I know that there's a Hasidic teaching that says that the final form of something is contained in the moment of its conception. So the moment you have an idea, the finished form of that thing is contained energetically in the original idea. What I want to do is I want to return to that initial moment of conception where all the energy is stored and just draw from it. That's part of the discipline for me of being an artist.
Gesollet euch von Herzen, macht men aller Heil.
Beyond the Walls body of work, which are songs composed and written in the ghettos and camps. The melodies and the stories and the Jewish folk music resonates with me because I identify with it being a part of me from a soul point of view, going back however many hundreds of thousands of years it did. You know, when I hear certain melodies, it rings inside of me. But you can put me with a klezmer band and I'm like going to have a very good time.
Sie ist keine mit mir in der Nacht.
The term Holocaust refers to like the strategic extermination of an entire people, and they're people who have a resistance against using the word in any other context. But when I find myself playing that music for people, it's an opportunity to communicate to them that this is something that has happened and that this is something that continues to happen, whether you genocide of people in Burundi or the Middle East or wherever it happens to be taking place. The Beyond the Walls project has now become for me a project to be a vehicle and an interpreter for musicians who lived and who perhaps had something to say. Playing Beyond the Walls in Europe, there you have a captive audience who understand the context of the music. Often they miss the music. For people who don't know what they're listening to, they'll often say to me, wow, that music was incredibly emotive. It conjured up feelings and things that I hadn't anticipated. What was that? I don't believe in playing emotionally because then I'm compromising the music. Because the music has the feeling. You don't tell the music what's happening. The music's what's speaking to you. When you play something with full-on intention, kavanah and like oomph, it will reach your ear and it will find its way out the room, and that melody will go, you know? I actually refer to music, at least in my own mind, as being the greatest tangible intangible. That's it, you know? Music is the closest thing that we have to perceiving a wave of form, but it never exists as a physical thing, but you experience it on a physical level, physically, and you can hear it. It's the greatest thing you have to perceive, one of the workings of the universe. I dig music because I get to be a part of that every single day. I mean, I'm dealing with one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe, sound. You know, that's the most humbling thing ever.